people out there who are finding yourselves not able to pay your credit card debt. Yes, we've dealt with mortgage debt, but now let's start to deal with credit card debt. You're 60, 90, 180 days behind on your credit card payments. Your FICO credit score is going down, down, down. It's already in the 500s. You don't know what to do. They've charged off some of your debts and you're thinking, oh, look what I got in the mail. Here's a company that says if I go to them, they can get me out of this credit card debt. They can settle this debt for me. Well, now I want you to listen to me because I do not want you to do that. You can do something on your own that will cost you a lot less. Listen up. When you go to a debt settlement company, what they do is they have you not pay your credit cards for a long period of time. Now, that's not a big deal because you're already not paying your credit cards. But you take whatever money you can, you give it to them, so they save it for you. You usually have to pay them $700, $1,000 up front. They then finally make a settlement with the credit card company, usually for 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar. Whatever they settle for, you then have to also pay them a percentage, so they make their money that way. You've settled your debt with the credit card company, and you're off and running. Here's the thing, everybody. When you don't have money, $700 or $800 up front is a lot of money. It's more money than you have, number one. Number two, the credit card companies are willing to settle with you directly. So if you find that you are in a situation where you are already behind, it's already been charged off, or it's gone to a collection agency, or it's about to, if you do have some money, let's say you owe $17,000, $24,000 to some credit card company that's now in collection. If you have $6,000, $7,000, don't be surprised that if you called the collection agency directly, that they wouldn't settle with you. Of course they will. They rather get something rather than nothing. So it is very, very important to understand you have what it takes to do this on your own. Now, if you do it on your own, I want you to follow these steps. If you make a settlement, you are not to pay that settlement with a check from your personal bank account. Do you understand? You are to pay it with either a cashier's check or a money order. I do not want these companies to know your bank that you happen to be banking with. On the check, you are to write, if this check is cashed, that makes this account, put your account number, settled in full. Number two, when you do that, you are to also ask them, if you are to settle this debt, you want it to appear on your credit report that this debt is paid in full. You do not want the words settled. You want paid in full, because if the credit report says settled, future creditors will know that this is an account that you obviously settled on and that therefore you are a high risk. So you don't want that to happen. Next, if you are settling a debt yourself with a collection agency that purchased that debt from your original creditor, you also want to know that the original creditor can never come back at you for the difference of what you settled and what you originally owed. So you need to get all of that in writing. And last but not least, you need to understand that it is possible that you will owe income taxes on the amount of money you settled for and the original amount of money that you owed. So let's say you owed $20,000, you settled for $7,000. It's possible that you could owe taxes on that $13,000 difference. Therefore, you should always ask the collection agency to please state that you will not owe taxes on this money. And if they won't state that, also understand that if you are insolvent, which means you owe more than what you have, technically the IRS is not going to make you pay taxes on it. So check it all out so you don't spend money that you don't have. If you do all that, you don't need one of these debt settlement companies, and it will save you a lot of money. You have a question for me about consolidating that credit card debt of yours. You have credit card, debt? You do, don't you, huh?
Yes, I do.
All right, girlfriend, tell me all about it.
Well, Susie, I have roughly $33,000 in credit card debt, and I'd like to pay it off as soon as possible. So I wanted to research a company that told me that if I go with them, I can pay my credit card in 30 months, and they could save me like 70%. So I'm wondering, it sounds too good to be true. I'm wondering if it is.
There's different types of debt consolidation and debt, pay management programs. You're talking about a company where, in essence, they ask you to stop paying your credit cards in totality, correct? And then what you will do is you will take, if you owe $33,000 in credit card debt, you're paying approximately $700 or $800 a month, are you not, as your minimum payment on that debt?
Yes.
They will then ask you to take, let's say, that $800 a month that you are paying in, and they will ask you to take it and pay it to them. They will hold it in an account for you, and you said 30 months. So over 30 months where you pay them $800 a month, that's in essence $24,000 that they've accumulated for you, or something like that, depending what you're actually paying them. Then what they do is this. They contact your credit card companies. You're not paying your credit card companies. And then they make them an offer, and they say they have the money to pay them X amount, and it's over. Here's the problem. Companies like that usually charge about a 15% fee for them to do that work for you. That's number one. So 14 or 15% on $30-some-odd thousand, it's going to cost you $4,500 just to use their services. Number two, they will be asking you to stop paying your credit cards. Therefore, over the next 30 months, your FICO score is going to go down, 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 down. The reason they want your FICO score to go down, 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 down is when they eventually call your creditors, and your creditors look up your FICO score, they know you haven't been paying them, they are going to be desperate, and they will think to themselves, it's better to have 50 cents on a dollar than nothing, because this is a woman that's about to claim bankruptcy. Does it prevent the creditors from coming back and ever suing you? No, it does not. Can they garnish your wages? You betcha they can if they win that suit and there's a judgment against you. Just because you're using a debt company like this doesn't prevent that at all. Any debt that is discharged above $600 has to be reported as income to you. So if you owe $30,000 and you pay them $10,000, that $20,000 difference, guess what? That goes on your taxable income. So you will have to pay income taxes on that. Now, so let's put this all together for you. You've paid them $4,500 to do their services. You've paid them, whatever other monthly fees, and most of them have monthly fees besides that to be doing the work. Then you owe taxes on this money, and you've ruined your FICO score, which means you're going to be paying more in car insurance and everything else. So the thing is this, there are no quick fixes, my dear Sharon, with anything in life. It took you a few years to get into this situation. It will take you a few years to get out of it. What I would suggest to you, don't go to a bad credit collection company such as the one you were thinking of, because I think they are bad. I think it's horrible to ruin your credit and everything like that. I want you to go to a debt management program via CCCS, Consumer Credit Counseling Service, where they will work with you, they will set you up on a plan, they will negotiate with the credit card companies to lower your interest rate. You will pay them, they will pay your credit cards for you. It will not hurt your FICO score. They'll educate you, and all of this stuff will put you on the path to where you want to be.